And we're back live here in Guatemala City. Court Central here at the beautiful complex, municipal complex, close to the hotel, which is a Clarion. In a perfect world, it takes about 7 minutes. In an imperfect world, it takes about an hour, Gustavo. So this is the second of our feeds. We have Team Costa Rica, Acuna, versus Team Cuba, Moyet.
This is the group play, 3 days of group play. Today, Saturday, the start of the event of 8 days total. 3 days of group, 3 days of seeded play, and then the team competition will be 2 days. Match we have coming up here is, as Gary mentioned, Andres Acuna, who just came back from Lombard, had an exceptional outing there.
Lombard, Illinois.
Yes, he did. Chicago area. He defeated Rodrigo Montoya, who's number 2, 3 in the IRT rankings. He beat him in the quarterfinals in a 3-set match, and then lost to Kane Waselnichuk from the USA in the semifinals in 2. So he's been playing very well, very solid, very strong, powerful legs, as you can see. Very, very focused when in the court.
Thank you. So Moyet has a formal coaching staff, 2 coaches, Jesus and Jose. And Acuna, his coaching staff is working virtually from Spain. His brother, who is moving to the capital, Madrid, from, I think, from Granada. He's still studying for his maestria. Sergio, also a member of the adult and junior team for Costa Rica, and one of our professional refs in the past.
Yes, he has partook in this sport a long time, and I'm sure he's watching. Sergio, te mandamos saludos desde la ciudad de Guatemala. Michael Moyet from Cuba, 43 years old.
And not counting, he's going down, folks.
Never aging.
Speaking of never aging, our professional referee from the capital, Bogota, in Colombia, is Francisco Gomez, top player, top official. He's been with us for years. He is our professional referee. No appeals for any of these matches until the quarterfinals, unless you want to appeal to your opponent, and it's rare that the opponent will overturn the call, but it is part of the rules.
Definitely part of the rules, and players, totally up to them how they make those calls. But I do believe the angle that Pacho Francisco Gomez has is going to allow him to see a little bit more than what we saw previously with Martel on the service line infractions.
Want to recognize some people that who we have not seen in a while. Honduras is back. Carlos and Sergio. Cespedes and Pimentel from Dominican Republic are back. It's been years. Want to welcome them back, Gustavo. 45 players, 10 countries here. 6 countries representing our officials, and Colombia being one of them, Gomez.
We've added to the scoreboard now the countries the players are representing. Gary just mentioned Costa Rica, CRC versus Cuba, CUB. Moyet, coin toss, making the call. Choosing to, we're going to get a picture with our referee.
So the sorteo, the coin toss, whoever wins the toss has a choice in the first and the 5th set. If there's a tie and points earned before starting game number 5, he or she has their choice. And with rally scoring, it's not necessarily automatic that they're going to elect to serve.
That is very true. It's not an advantage like it has been with just the standard scoring we've always known, that you can only score when serving. Moyet has extremely quick hands. I think in players I've seen, I don't know many that can snap that wrist as fast as he does.
Inside out swing, right side, comes up short. Second serve. 2 serves in racquetball. Comes across his body to the left that time.
Hit the back wall.
Talk about quick hands, Gustavo.
Both players. Actually, that shot off the back wall that Andres hit was because his racket hit the back glass.
I imagine he's a great pickleball player as well.
Any racket sport, according to what Michael was telling me before the match. Great serve.
So he came down right. That's going to keep Michael honest. Open up the left side, if we will. 2-0. Another ace.
Crack on the right side.
Let's see if let's see if he comes left or reverses it to the right. And the answer is he came left. Nice. Sobre pique. Half volley. Short hop.
And he did something with it. Very impressive.
Nobody home, right side. Rally ending shot with the forehand from Acuna from La Capital, San Jose in Costa Rica.
I think the pressure here on Michael, on Moyet, is going to be that he can't make any mistakes, because Acuna will punish any of those mistakes.
Both these players have been on the world stage for a long time. Acuna, part of his resume, he won the World Games in Birmingham in 2022.
And in top 10 of the IRT rankings currently.
But once again, folks, Moyet won that rally as a receiver, earns a serve and a point, so it's 2-4 game 1.
He's asking to watch for the screen. And that was a short serve.
It's a faux pas, folks.
Side out point.
Doble falta, double fault. You don't want to do that. You want to put the ball in play. Unforced error. That's tough. Uncontested return. Pace, location, depth. The whole package, Gustavo.
I think that power ranks up there with Mancilla from Chile. Nice
Ball
get.
live. There it is. Great hands, Acuna. Timeout, so we'll come back in 1 minute, folks. You're on the Pan Am Sports Channel and IRF Networks. We're here in Guatemala City.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
And back live here in Guatemala City. Gary, Gustavo, and Jose. Game number 1. Acuna, Costa Rica, serving 7. Moyet from Cuba, 2. Thank you to Gearbox Racquetball, Pan Am Sports Network, and our local sponsors. Gustavo?
The Guatemalan Federation, IRF, Osvaldo Maggi, our president and fearless leader. Another point for Acuna, 8-2.
So that's called a tiempo vacío, an empty timeout. No help. Maybe delays the inevitable here in game 2. Another point. Came around, showed his ballet skills there, but whiffed the return, lost it here in the corner. We're here deep left corner where the sidewall glass and Vidrio and back meet. Tough to pick up the ball at times.
It's easy to question why it wasn't picked up, but when you're in there and you try to see the ball through the glass and every movement that's taking place behind it, very challenging.
Punto juego. Segundo set. Acuna 10-2. Drive Z. So that ball hit the third wall, that deep left side wall on a fly. It has to bounce before it hits that third wall. It's a fault serve. Second serve. Unless you really make an error, a drastic error, most of the mishit serves are fault serves. You get a second chance.
Very nonchalant in that pinch. Right side. Point for Acuna. Game 1 going to Acuna. We have 2 minutes. Regresamos en 2 minutos.
In vivo again, folks. Gary, Gustavo, and Jose. You're watching Racquetball on the world stage here. 37th edition of the Pan Am Racquetball Championships in Guatemala City. We will stream 7 matches today, Gustavo. This is number 2. We'll have a break after this match to be continued. Local time, 12:15. And the last match today will be at 4 p.m., which is Central Standard Time, U.S., or Mountain Daylight Time, like El Paso and Albuquerque.
A lot of racquetball to come. This is day 1 of 8 days of streaming. We are streaming from the get-go here. Excited to be on the Pan Am Sports Network, as well as Facebook and YouTube for our viewers out there. Moyet, Cuba, 43 years of age.
High lob. Oh, he got what he wanted. High lob, defensive return set him up, and he put it in the floor. Unforced error. Acuna having won game 1, 11-2. He leads 2 points to 1 in game number 2. Best of 5 rally scoring, first to 11. 1 minute timeout, 60 seconds in length. 2-minute break between sets. When we do have the video appeal system in play, starting with the quarters, I believe that'll be on Monday. No, probably tomorrow. Yeah, because it's 3 days of pool play. They'll have 2 usable appeals. Another unforced error, Gustavo.
They're both short hopping the ball and very well. Moyet spends a lot of time playing frontenis in Cuba, dedicates his livelihood there to sports training, and very nice to see the large contingency here from Cuba, as they are afforded the transportation to come here, the lodging and that, but when back at home, Moyet was telling me that everything is really on their own in terms of expenses.
Well put. 10 countries, 37th edition of the Pan Am Racquetball Championships, 1987. First opportunity in Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. We miss our Venezuelan contingent. Not here. We miss our Colombian contingent, although Gomez, our head official, is from Colombia.
That time Moyet did short hop and put it in the left corner. Very nice shot along the glass.
Skip again, another unforced error. So his second serve, if you will, is very successful. He's getting the defensive return, oftentimes mishits from his opponent, yet his success ratio on shot number 3 of that exchange has not been good.
So that's Tom Travers' racquetball there. Strong serve, weak return.
Put away.
Put it away.
Hello, Tom. Tom will be back. We'll be sharing La Cena with him next week. You, myself, our drug czar, Dean Shear, and Tomas Travers, who now resides full-time here in Guatemala City.
6-3 Acuna serving. As far back as I can remember, Andres has been playing racquetball. Junior from Costa Rica. Oh!
It's a regalo, Gustavo, in favor of Moyet.
Andres saw Moyet down, and he said, I got to just hit the ball, hit the front wall, and he pushed it to the floor.
And he went down. Next up, 12:15 local time. Reyes from Guatemala versus Drury, women's singles from Canada.
Strong forehand, Acuna.
Maria Paz Munoz will be our head professional ref for that match. She hails from Ecuador. Screen ball. Point. Point scored, 8-4.
Surprised he was able to get a racket on that as hard as it came at him.
Standing right. It's been going right, left, reversing. Comes right.
You know, on that serve, Gary, that Andres is doing, I don't know if Moyet has enough time to go around and pick it up with his forehand because it's coming so fast. That's why he's putting his racket out there to try to block it if he can.
Speaking of blocking, the third opportunity from Acuna, he blocked the ball and hit the ball 38 feet. Didn't have to hit it hard, and he got the point off of that. Speaking of points, Moyet point scored, trying to edge back. It's 5-9, game 2.
He was waiting for that one.
Drive Z. Did it again. Got what he wanted, but he pushed the ball into the floor. He being Moyet. Game point number 1 for Andres Acuna, Costa Rica.
Very little expression from Acuna, typical of his style of play.
Neither player becomes animated much, as you say. Ball left up. Another unforced error by Moyet. You're on the IRF and Pan Am sports channels, folks, here. Guatemala City. Gary, Gustavo, and Jose. We'll be back in 2 minutes. When Acuna is trying to close the match out, he leads 2-0. Estamos en vivo, Guatemala, la capital, Guatemala City de Guatemala. Gary, Gustavo, José, la cancha principal aquí en el complejo con 10 canchas. Next up on this court, 12:15, mediodía, 12:15, will be Team Guatemala, singles femenino, Reyes versus Team Canada, Drury. And give us a recap of games 1 and 2 here, Gustavo, and then I'll talk about the upcoming calendar of IRF events.
Muy bien, gracias Gary. Estamos viendo acá a Andrés Acuna de Costa Rica, 28 años, contra Michael Moyet, Cuba, 43 años. Los primeros 2 sets ganados decisivamente por Acuna, muy fuerte, muy efectivo con su potencia. Moyet poco flojo del lado revés de la cancha. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo acá desde la ciudad de Guatemala. Muy lindo toque por parte de Moyet. No le habían salido esos toques en el frente de la cancha, por lo menos con el revés, pero ahí le salió con la derecha.
Gracias, señor. Punto.
Ahí lo estaba viendo, Acuna lo estaba mirando a Moyet, que se fue hacia el centro de la cancha y le tiró una línea. Igual es 1-1. Sigue con el mismo servicio fuerte. ¿Cómo se agacha Acuna siempre para su primer servicio fuerte? Corta.
Para presentar el calendario IRF events for the remainder of this calendar year. In julio, we have World Senior Racquetball Championships presented by National Masters Racquetball. That'll be July 25 through 28. Chicago, Illinois, en los Estados Unidos. Entonces, World Championships, Campeonato World Championships de Racquetball, agosto 23 hasta 31 en los Estados Unidos. La primera vez desde 1996 en Phoenix, Gustavo, en San Antonio, en Texas.
Yo jugué en 1996 para mi país del Uruguay en Phoenix contra nuestro, el encargado acá de producción y el, ¿cómo se llama? El director técnico de los Estados Unidos, Pablo Fajere.
Fajere, sí. Y para mí, tuve la oportunidad entrenador de United Nations de Racquetball y la primera vez para emisión, broadcast, con Jim Turner, ex place kicker of the New York Jets and Denver Broncos. He was my pareja with the emisión.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that foot.
And I'm sorry to say the late Jim Turner, I believe he passed away last year. One more event on the calendar, aquí en Guatemala, IRF Campeonato Juveniles de Racquetball, aquí en la primera parte de diciembre.
Ese es el mayor evento para nuestro deporte, los juniors. Y bueno, en noviembre lo tuvimos ahora en la preciosa ciudad de Tarija, Bolivia, que nos recibieron con manos abiertas allá y seguramente vamos a regresar allá a jugar de nuevo muy próximamente. Este noviembre va a ser acá en Guatemala de vuelta, que es muy accesible para todos acá en Centroamérica.
Y según Mauro, gran deal, a great God, it'll be in December.
Va a ser en diciembre, o sea, lo van a mover a diciembre. Sí, claro, por las fechas de los chicos, ¿no? Que
sí.
La escuela, etcétera, que se les complica mucho. Pero sí vienen. ¿Cuántos jugadores vinieron el año pasado? ¿Como 400?
200, sí, 200.
En Bolivia, ¿no?
Y probablemente más, porque en noviembre pasado tuvimos más que 300.
Más de
320 participantes en Tarija, Bolivia.
Mucho jugador boliviano, aunque en este evento no está participando Bolivia.
Se dice en español la tierra de 10,000 jugadores, Bolivia, y Minnesota, una vez tu casa, 10,000 lakes.
Correcto, 10,000 lagos. 6-1, Acuna en control de este partido, este set también.
Felicidades, señor el doctor Ver, ¿dónde? Presidente de Racquetball Guatemala, ahora presidente de Panamericano de Racquetball, en lugar de Marcelo Gómez de Costa Rica.
Lindo tiro de Moyet al lado derecho, la línea. No se deja. 2 sirviendo 6.
Mil gracias. Osvaldo Maggi, Luke St. Ange, Keegan Coggins en California, Luke en Colorado. Osvaldo Maggi acá de Argentina y su equipo. Mesa de control. Y su hijo Daniel Maggi, parte de nuestro equipo también.
Y una de las personas que quiero agradecer por todo el esfuerzo, en particular Adrián Macrino, que hace un gran trabajo en conectar todo acá con el equipo guatemalteco, ¿no?
Sí.
Él siendo argentino va a todos los eventos para poder que nuestro público vea este gran evento. 3-8, están pidiendo que entre en la cancha es tiempo de árbitro oficial, siempre para la seguridad de los jugadores. No queremos que nadie se vaya a resbalar. Y
gracias a empleados acá.
muy atentos.
Sí.
Entró enseguida a la cancha. Sí hace calor acá, 90 grados, unos 30 grados plus centígrados.
Zeta a la izquierda, Moyet. Acuna cross court, cruzado. En vivo, la bola. Fin, parte de punto. A la derecha, Acuna punto. Menos 2 puntos para partido. Acuna 9-3, set number 3, tercer set.
Después de esto, ya comentó Gary que vamos a ir a un descanso, una pausa. Regresaríamos a las 12:15, 12:15. Mountain Time en Estados
Helicóptero,
Unidos.
Gustavo, helicóptero.
Nuestro compañero Felipe Camacho se le nombró ese tiro, pero no lo hizo.
Sí. En general no con éxito, pero punto. Acuna. 3-0 en favor de Acuna de Costa Rica sobre Moyet de Cuba. Gracias a Gustavo y José. Vamos a regresar más o menos 45 minutos, 12:15 en tiempo de Guatemala. Es lo mismo de tiempo Rocky Mountain Time, los Estados Unidos, tiempo de El Paso en Texas y Albuquerque en Nuevo México.
Lo dejamos, volvemos en 45 minutos.